Hi and welcome to another random talk. This week is probably gonna be little messy because I'm gonna jump around how my thoughts takes me, but it's gonna be around emotions. And I had this talk with my best friend a lot of times because we both have the same issue. Basically, both of us don't feel like emotions like anger or sadness or negative emotions in that way are okay to show, which is so ridiculous by itself. But it's like I was brought up with not showing any emotion except happiness. So that's what I've been doing. And when I get mad or sad, I just keep it all to myself. And that has become like a bad circle, a really bad circle, because I go and keep all these emotions to myself. I feel angry all the time. I feel sad all the time. I feel so many emotions, but all I show on the outside is happiness. And then, like, when somebody do something that makes me really mad or really sad, I just keep it in and I ignore the emotion and it keeps building up. Then in the end, I snap at someone. I just go totally insane because that's when you reach a limit, you just can't keep it inside and you snap at the person. And then most of the time, they didn't do anything wrong. They just said or did something really minor, but you treat it like it's the biggest thing in the world. And then when you calm down, you get really guilty, you feel really bad, which makes you feel like your emotions aren't okay. So instead of just trying to keep all emotions outside, you keep it even more inside because you feel guilty because you snapped at the person, they didn't deserve it, and yada yada yada. And it's a dark circle, and you keep doing that, and like you justify keeping it inside for snapping on a person that didn't deserve to get all that emotion outrage instead of just keeping it real or whatever. I don't know what words to use. I don't know. And so many people do this. They don't think their emotions are as important than other people's emotions, which is insane because everyone has the same right to feel anything. But a lot of us are brought up or had been in situations that you had to keep the emotions down, and that makes it so much harder to let it out, which is so ridiculous. That's the topic of me and my best friend's discussions because both of us feel anger, both of us feel sadness, but we don't feel like we are allowed to show it for different reasons, for different upbringings, for different things, but we don't feel like our emotions aren't as important as other people's. And I am trying really hard to get out of this bad circle of guess in the end it's self-destruction because you hurt other people by doing this, and some of them won't stay because they don't realize that the rush of emotion they get when you snap, when you finally hit that point, they don't realize it's so much else building up. And I think it's important to try to be true to your own feelings and realize that your feelings are just as important as everybody else's feeling. And I'm trying to change that, but it's hard for me to be that kind of person because I have gone so long doing this. And the funny thing is, I see it, I understand it and I see it, but I'm still stuck in this wheel. And both me and my friend, we are trying to change it, but I don't know, you need a good surrounding to really feel safe to express what you feel, why you feel it, and how it can be changed. We can do it to each other, but it's everybody else that we don't do it to. And in the end, thankfully, we know each other. So if we would snap at the other person, we know that it's not for real, it's something else driving us, but it's still really scary because I know by doing this, I have destroyed a lot of friendships and relationships because I never felt like my feelings were good enough for other people, like they didn't deserve the same amount of space or attention, which is crazy. And I just want people to realize that everyone has a saying of what they're feeling, no matter how stupid they think it is. You're still feeling it, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. You should just talk about it because talking about it makes it easier. And I'm gone a long way with this, mostly by talking to my best friend. But I still have a long way to go. But I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna feel so much better when I can finally feel okay with my emotions and be able to express them as anyone else and not feel ashamed of feeling what I do. Thank you and have a good night.